This is State of Kansas versus Matthew Kyle Schrader, case number 2025 TR 1342. Jared Regier appears for the state. Terry Hulskamp appears as Butler County Counselor. Matthew Schrader apparently representing himself. This matter comes before the court at this time for what the docket sheet reflects is a motion hearing. Mr. Schrader, what motion do you have before the court?
So, Your Honor, I know that today's hearing is set for the motions hearing for the subpoena I submitted, but I would like to withdraw that subpoena I submitted. I made a discovery request and I was able to get all that I needed. And also, Mr. Regier and I have been working on resolving this matter outside of court proceedings. We had an in-person meeting on November 3rd, and during our meeting, I was able to provide him a valid insurance. And then the next day I was able to get the VIN inspection. And then I'm sure you're aware, but the registration offices, their appointments are out a month and a half, but I was able to get in line at 4 a.m. and I was able to get that done on November 5th. And then on the 6th, I brought the proof of that to Mr. Regier's office and they got that scanned in. So, this was my first offense. I had just bought the vehicle and I moved it an eighth of a mile and was cited for it. But so it's really a small deal. But since it's my first offense, I took all my corrective steps to remedy the issues. So I was just hoping that since I've provided the necessary documentation and we're in full compliance now. So I was hoping we can just resolve these matters today before the court.
Mr. Regier, what is your office's perspective on the current status of this Schrader matter?
Your Honor, as a preliminary matter, the state would be requesting a ruling one way or the other on the issue of the subpoena. I believe County Councilor Hulskamp had filed a motion or rather a response to that, and I think he's in a better position to address that than I am. At least that would appear to be the first issue that requires resolution from the state's perspective.
My understanding, Mr. Schrader, that you're dismissing any further claim for records or materials from the county sheriff's office. Is that correct?
Yeah, anything that I had on the subpoena, I'm ready to withdraw it.
All right. Mr. Hulskamp, any comment from you?
No, Your Honor, as long as the subpoena is being withdrawn, I don't think there's any further argument with respect to the issuance of the subpoena.
Very well. To the extent necessary, the court will grant the request to quash the subpoena is no longer being necessary or requested. So the subpoena is quashed in its entirety, Mr. Hulskamp. And I can go ahead and release you from the meeting if you have no further business here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Very well. Okay, Mr. Regier, with that accomplished, now where are we on this Schrader matter?
Your Honor, this is a case where it would appear that between the previous hearing and today's hearing, some additional documentation was provided to my office. At this juncture, the state is not aware of any legal reason to dismiss either count. However, in the interest of resolving the matter today, upon a successful waiver of counsel, the state would be prepared to dismiss count 1, fail to register a vehicle, in exchange for a plea as charged. Count 2, no proof of insurance, and at the time of sentencing, recommend minimum fines, court costs, a suspended jail sentence, and non-reporting probation.
Mr. Schrader hasn't provided proof to your office that he had valid insurance at the time?
Your Honor, the state is aware of a proof of insurance at some time. However, the state's information is that was not valid at the time of the offense. All
right. Do you agree with that, Mr. Schrader?
Yes.
Okay. Though the purpose of this hearing is not necessarily to allow you to engage in plea bargaining, right. Mr. Regier has made an offer to you to resolve both of the charges in your case. You would plead to the no proof of insurance violation in return for the state's dismissal of the other count. Are you interested in that?
Potentially, I'd like to know more about what that would entail, and then
okay, I can tell you the no proof of insurance is a Class B misdemeanor, punishable by a minimum fine of $300 and a maximum fine of $1,000. Also, up to 6 months in the county jail is authorized. though there is no mandatory minimum connected with that
Okay.
particular charge.
All right. I would be interested to know if a diversion is an available option for me.
It's a fair
Because it's so
question,
loud.
Mr. McGear. Can you answer it?
Your Honor, short of the defendant actually submitted an application for diversion, I cannot say for certain at this juncture. That process, from what I understand, requires an in-depth analysis, and I do not have the ability to make such an analysis on the record here for purposes of today's hearing.
But it's theoretically possible. There's no diversion guideline that would preclude it as a matter of course. Is that a fair statement?
The state would consider that a fair statement, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Schrader, I am inclined to allow you one continuance for the purposes of an application for diversion, which you need to pursue immediately. As far as getting a copy of the diversion application, how would he go about doing that, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, the state's information is that all information concerning diversion is found on the Butler County website, bucoks.gov.
Okay, Mr. Schrader, apparently it's an easy process and that is posted and accessible online.
Okay,
I don't
I
think
can
it
get
takes
on
a
that.
real long, excuse me?
I can get on that immediately after this meeting.
All right, that would be in your best interest to do so. Again, I will grant a continuance for that purpose. I'm going to allow about a month for that process to take place before I reschedule. Mr. Gear, it's the court's current understanding that you have a tendency to be involved in all of these traffic matters, but you generally wouldn't have a conflict on Friday mornings.
Generally speaking, I would not have a conflict from in my experience, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to reschedule this case I'm going to do a Zoom review on it, Mr. Schrader.
Okay,
11 o'clock a.m. on Friday, December 26th. And I trust the clerk's office has a valid email address for you so that you can be sent the Zoom information.
yeah,
Okay, that's important.
yeah.
Friday, December the 26th, 11 o'clock a.m. by Zoom. This court will conduct a status review and the review of a diversion application status, which Mr. Schrader is going to immediately fill out and send in. And we'll do further scheduling at that time as this court deems necessary. So this is not, Mr. Regier, a trial setting in which subpoenas are necessary.
Very good, Your Honor.
Friday, December 26th, 11 o'clock a.m., Zoom status conference. Again, Mr. Schrader, the sooner you can get that application in, this is a busy time of year for all law offices, especially the county attorney's office. So the sooner you can get that in there, the better, and I'm sure they'll give you a prompt response.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Your Honor, we will need an email address for the defendant. We don't have one on file.
Mr. Schrader, I thought you said they had that information. So you
Um,
did multiple
well,
filings in
prior
this
to-
case without
No.
providing your email address?
Well, prior to this meeting here, I called the clerk's office and I gave them my email in order to get the ID and password for this meeting. And so they sent it to my email.
Destiny, do you know about that?
Your Honor, on the 10th, I was sending out the Zoom codes for the defendants, and then there is marked on 11/10 at 11/22 that there's no email to send defendant the Zoom information. And that was on Monday.
Yeah, you have any problem with just stating it here, Mr. Schrader?
If I can get here.
Just go slow, okay?
All right. It's S.
Thank you, Mr. Schrader. That will facilitate good communication. County Attorney's Office is so advised.
Thank you,
I
Your Honor.
noticed it's customary, Mr. Regier, for these things to be submitted electronically to your office by email?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And if you don't have an effective email address for the county attorney's office, I'm sure you can call and get one. Mr. Schrader, just call the county attorney's office if you
Okay.
need the diversion coordinator's email address.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Regier, is there any other business that we need to conduct on Matthew Kyle Schrader at this time?
There is one final matter, Your Honor, if the court will permit me.
Yes?
Your Honor, as previously observed by the court, count 2 does appear to be charged as a Class B misdemeanor, which does require booking pursuant to KSA 21-2501 subsection B. The state's information is that the initial hearing back in September, the court did make certain orders concerning booking and bond over the objections of the defense on the record. State's information is that as of today's date, an appearance bond has not been successfully executed in this matter.
Your Honor, there is one in Judge Webster's queue to sign. I just believe it hasn't been signed yet.
There's a bond for her to approve?
An appearance bond, yes.
Okay, so Mr. Schrader, you took care of this then?
If so, I had went to the jail, signed some papers about the bond. Yeah.
Okay, and so you did go through booking and processing then?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if there's a bond that was generated, almost certainly you did.
Uh-huh.
Is this an OR bond or a surety bond?
Your Honor, the state's information is the court did authorize an own recognizance bond.
Okay. All right. Well, that apparently will be signed by Judge Webster and become part of the case. And that should address Mr. Regier's concern regarding booking and processing.
Quite so, Your Honor.
Okay. If there's nothing further, then the Matthew Schrader matter will currently be in recess at this time. You can leave the meeting if you so desire, Mr. Schrader.
Thank you.